Oh, sorry.
That's okay. I forgot last time. I'm making up for it. Thank you, Mr. President, and thank you to the member for Hobart for that comprehensive overview. I will speak very briefly on the report. As a member of the committee, as the member for Hobart identified, we ended up being a rather small committee, but we're no less, though, confident that there's value in the report we've provided. I would also extend my thanks to the committee members that came and went on that committee, all of them, and particularly to the staff who assisted us with the administration of that committee. As with the member for Hobart, I join with him in thanking all those members of the Tasmanian community who participated by making submissions and coming to present evidence in hearings to the committee. It was very pleasing to have a really strong level of participation and to draw on expertise and observations from across many parts of the Hobart community, the greater Hobart community. Particularly from people who had specific expertise in a range of areas relevant to this committee. As noted by the member for Hobart, there was a very extensive list of reports and studies and strategies and the like that were relevant to this area of investigation, and we had them all we had our attention drawn to all of them, which in some instances was quite overwhelming to try and assimilate the information provided across many overlapping and similar documents.
In fact, we couldn't really assimilate everything that they offered, really, could we? In terms of time and
Indeed.
Required.
We weren't able to fully do that, but to note that that body of work was there and that a lot of thinking and planning had gone into this area. And it led us to identify that one of the key challenges really was not so much the lack of knowledge and understanding about this area, but it was about whose responsibility is it to take action and to make decisions, and how is that coordinated, because of the different levels of government involved and the different stakeholders involved. And that, of course, prompted us and led us to the first recommendation, which is in the report, which is around that sort of coordinating entity to try and draw that function together. And I think that's really important, because a lot of time and energy can go into policy thinking and working in a space like this, which can then potentially gather dust and sit on a shelf and not necessarily be moved through to implementation effectively because of that lack of a identifiable point of responsibility and coordination. So the member for Hobart has gone through the details around that first recommendation and has provided a very comprehensive overview, not just of some of the findings from the report, but also of each of the key recommendations. So I'm not going to rehash that area. I endorse the comments that the member for Hobart has made, and I encourage other members and members of the community to engage with this report, and I look forward to responses both from the government but also from others in the community or in this place to the work that's been done. So I'll conclude my remarks on that and thank the member for Hobart particularly for his leadership when he took over the role as chair of the committee. And I hope that we can see some progress made in this area because we know it's very much an urgent challenge that is only becoming more and more urgent by the day. I'll leave my remarks at that.
The question is that the report be considered and noted.